These are the top 40 phrasal verbs in English. Hello everybody and welcome to English Speaking 360. Today we are taking a look at the 40 most common phrasal verbs for your daily life in English. What is a phrasal verb exactly? It's pretty simple. It's a verb plus a preposition. Now maybe you wonder, why should I study phrasal verbs? Well, because when the verb and the preposition are put together, sometimes the meaning is related, so you can guess. But the problem is when the meaning is unrelated. Work out means exercise. It has nothing to do with work, and it's not connected with outside. So that's why phrasal verbs can be difficult to study. Now, my life is pretty simple. It's always the same. So here is my daily routine. My alarm clock goes off at 7 a.m. Goes off? Go off means to start to ring. An example of this, the fire alarm went off at 4 o'clock this morning. It's super loud, so I switch it off as soon as I can. Switch off means press the off button. I switch off my phone at night because I don't want to be disturbed. Now be careful. You see, next to switch off, I put an S. It means that this phrasal verb is separable. You can separate it. For example, I switched off my laptop, or I switched my laptop off. Both of those are good sentences. I wake up at 7, but wake up, you probably know, stop sleeping and open my eyes. I woke up when the phone rang. I like to lounge around in bed until 7:30. Lounge around, relax, or take it easy sitting or lying down. A good example is on Sundays, I do nothing. I just lounge around the house. Then I get up. Get up, get out of bed. Now you see the difference between wake up and get up. Wake up, open my eyes. Get up, get out of bed. Someone rang the doorbell, so I had to get up to answer the door. I turned the lights on. Turn on, press the on button. I turn on the lights when it gets dark. Take off my pajamas. Take off, remove your clothes. In Asia, you have to take your shoes off in the house. And jump into the shower. Jump into, get into the shower quickly, or get into bed quickly. Let me jump into the shower real quick. I'll be ready in a minute. After that, I put on my clothes. Put on, get dressed. Okay, so it's the transition from not having clothes to having clothes or wearing clothes. It's cold today, so I will put on a coat and a hat. I work in an office, so I have to dress up. Dress up is super useful. It means to wear formal clothes, so maybe a suit and a tie, for example. It's my friend's wedding on Sunday. I'm going to dress up for the occasion. I head out around 8 a.m. Head out, leave, or get out. I head out. It's getting late. I'm going to head out. I pop into the dry cleaners. Pop into is a fun expression. It means visit a place briefly. So in and out in about 5 minutes. Pop into. I'm going to pop into Starbucks and get coffee to go. I pop into the dry cleaners and drop some clothes off. Drop off. To take something to a place and leave it there. So you see the guy has all of his laundry. he takes it to the dry cleaner's place and he drops off his laundry. You could also say this: I dropped off my car at the garage to get it fixed. So I took my car to the garage and I left it there. They are going to fix it. And later I can pick up my car. I get on the bus. Very useful. Board, but for public transportation. You can say I get on the bus, get on the plane, get on the train, and so on. To travel abroad, you have to get on a plane. If there's an empty seat, I sit down and nod off for a few minutes. Sit down, you probably already know, to take a seat. The coffee shop was full, so the woman sat down next to me. Nod off. This one is slightly unusual. It means to fall asleep briefly, just for a short time. The professor was boring, so I nodded off during his lecture. I get off the bus. Get off is to leave public transportation. You remember the opposite is get on the bus. This one is get off the bus. I'm getting off the subway at the next station. And I always pick up some coffee before punching in. Okay, I go somewhere to collect someone or to collect something. In this case, coffee. I pick up some coffee. I can pick you up from the airport after your trip. So this is to collect someone. Punch in. It means register your arrival at work. Some people use a fingerprint scanner to register that you actually arrived at work and at what time. Some people have a card reader to punch in. I usually punch in around 8:45, but work starts at 9 a.m. Hey, I know phrasal verbs are not easy. If you need to study more, try this book. This is the book I use with my students. I'll put the link in the description. At work, time goes by quickly. Go by, it means pass. So at work, time passes quickly. Time went by slowly when I was in the hospital. I have no time to fool around. Fool around, this one is a useful one. To joke, to laugh, or to act stupid. My coworkers and I like to fool around when the boss is not there. Whenever the phone rings, I have to pick up. Pick up means answer the phone. I don't pick up the phone when I don't recognize the number. After I hang up, I have to fill out a form about the call. After I hang up, after I terminate the call, the red button, right? The call is over. This number is not in service. Please hang up and try your call again. You've heard this recording before, right? So please hang up. Fill out. So I have to fill out a form about the call. It means I have to add information on a form. I filled out an application form to become a member at the gym. If I forget to do it, the boss freaks out. This is a fun phrasal verb. Freak out means to suddenly feel upset or angry. Freak out. I freaked out when I saw my car had been stolen. I punch out at 5. You remember punch in? This one is the opposite. Register your departure from work. So the company must know what time you left work. No overtime is allowed. All employees must punch out at 5 p.m. And I head over to the gym. Head over means go to. Okay, I just go to the gym. I head over to the gym. I'm heading over to the mall. Do you want to come? I work out for an hour. So at the gym, I work out for an hour. Working out, it means to exercise. So I like to work out with dumbbells, not weight machines. I work out for an hour or two if I feel up to it. Now, feel up to. I have the energy or the strength to do something. I didn't feel up to jogging this morning, so I just did some yoga. After the gym, sometimes I eat out nearby. Eat out, eat at a restaurant. Eating out can be very expensive, especially with tipping. But I prefer eating in. Eat in means eat at home. I'm too tired to go out tonight. Let's just eat in and watch TV. On my way home, I drop by the supermarket and pick out fresh food to put together a healthy meal. Now I give you 3 right there. I drop by is visit briefly. So 5 minutes at the supermarket, for example. Do you remember another idiom that means the same thing? There's another phrasal verb, right? We studied pop into. It's the same, drop by. I will drop by your place and say hello on my way home. Pick out fresh food. Pick out, maybe you have to select or you have to choose from a wide selection. So you pick out, you say, these tomatoes here. I need a cabbage here. I need an avocado there. Okay? And I need this kind of fish. I pick out. The boss picked out 10 applicants to interview. And I put together a healthy meal. To make something by assembling parts. So the vegetables plus the fish, I put them together and I make a healthy meal. IKEA furniture is pretty easy to put together. After dinner, I turn on the TV, of course, to press the on button. Turn your TV on. They're talking about you on the news. And I click through the channels. Now, click through is to change TV channels with a remote control. So you click. You know, when you press the buttons on the remote control, it makes a little bit of a click. So click through the channels. I clicked through the channels, but there was nothing interesting on TV. Until I doze off. Fall asleep for a short time. This man in the picture is dozing off. I was dozing off on the couch when the phone rang. I usually turn in around 12. Turn in, go to bed. I always brush my teeth before turning in. It's the same routine every day, but not tomorrow. I'm fed up with my job. I'm fed up with means I'm tired of my job. I'm annoyed with my job. You could say, I'm fed up with you. Stop complaining all the time. So I'm taking tomorrow off. This one is super important. Take off means take time away from work. So no work. So tomorrow I'm not going to work. I'm taking tomorrow off. Many people like to take Friday off to have a long weekend. I just want to sleep in. Oh, very useful, and I'm sure you like to sleep in. It means to sleep or to stay in bed until late. Sleep in. I have no plans tomorrow, so I'm going to sleep in. Hey, we studied 40 phrasal verbs today. That's a lot. But which ones are you going to use? Make sure you pick a few. pick 4, 5, or 6 that you really want to use and make an effort to use them in your daily life. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.